white men like Trump need to be banished. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. We're on the verge of a race war. We have no choice now to get Trump out of there. I'm saying, you can say what you want about Biden.
He gave us Senator Harris as the VP. I mean, those are some of the things we were asking for. Black agenda could be way stronger.
Yes. Right now, let's stay focused on Trump. People don't really know me. I'm a black nationalist. They trying to keep their foot on the neck up to my level, up to Jay-Z's level, up to LeBron's level. It's not easy. It's not easy for me, for Jay, for Oprah. They still treat us like niggas. We are a people that have been abused the most. And we got to start biting their legs off.
That's right.
So we got to, number one, Trump got to go. Because these older cats that's running for office, these white-haired older cats, they about to be dead.
Sound to me like you think we're on the verge of a civil war.
If Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. America messed up. They flooded the hood with guns. So I don't know this notion of we don't have guns.
They plotted to kidnap the governor of Michigan. White supremacists. So that what you're saying is true. Yes, it's going to be violent. There's going to be problems, and he's stirring it up. Biden's decision to pick Kamala Harris as his running mate.
It was a historic, beautiful day. You know, and just having 3 girls and having them be able to witness that is great. It pushed me, it moved me. You know, black women have, you know, got us to this point. To see him recognize that, I started feeling a little bit better. I think we all did start to feel a little bit better. And it's helpful that we will have her in there because we need to keep her and him accountable. And at least we have, somebody that we could dialogue with, somebody that we could relate to. This is a new Negro. And that new Negro, that new black person is not scared, is not fearful. They're not afraid to die. They understand that this is life and that violence has to be an option. What will give us some time to really step into the momentum of the unity and love is let's get Trump out of office. If Trump's in office, there's going to be bloodshed.
Well, then you're going to have Trump's supporters who pissed off that he's not in there no more. So they're going to get buck regardless.
Yeah, if they get buck.
We got a nuck.
No, if they get buck, I wish they were. They get buck, we're going to eat their arms off. We're not going to keep on playing with these people.
What will your legacy be?
My legacy will be that I played my part.
Word. I'm riding with you, King.
All right. Love.
Are you riding with him?
Oh my God.
Come on, Shar.
I feel ill.
Ride with him? What will his legacy be?
Let's put a pin in this board. His legacy is that his ass is somewhere in somebody's prison, in an underground bunker. I don't think he's nobody's king. He might want Trump in office now because Kamala hasn't proved, her administration and Biden's hasn't proved to be working in your favor, Diddy.
That thing has so many lies. First, the whole Gretchen Whitmer thing. Right. He was talking about, if you guys remember that court case in Michigan, which was found out to be led by the three-letter organization who was infiltrating and trying to get people to actually kidnap her. But I think they found out that was
it was part hoax and part feds were involved.
Yeah, the feds were involved with that. And this guy, he ran over a list of people, and he's like complaining. He's a multi-millionaire. Oprah's a billionaire, and he's complaining, saying they're having a hard time. I didn't understand that part.
I don't understand. Look, I don't understand what's going on, what he was talking about either. Charlemagne is just what's the word? I can never say it right. Cuck. Yeah. Charlemagne. Yeah.
I mean, this was and coming from him.
Retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just when you look at this and without the words, because his words make me unhappy, right? But just looking at his body language, he's selling this idea to Charlemagne, and Charlemagne's just lapping it up. Oh my God, it's so good, right? That sometimes things don't age well. And this is one of those interviews that have not aged well.
He might want you
most recently, Charlemagne was talking about watching a football game, And the commercial that came on moved him. And it was against Kamala Harris. It's a Trump commercial.
Oh, right.
We're just talking about, you know, she likes them. Trump is for you. And she wants them to have these sex changes on your dime. He was outraged by this whole sentiment. This guy flops in the wind.
Yeah.
Whichever way the wind blows. And listen, if we are really going to take our political cues, American public, if we're taking our political cues from Puffy, Diddy, Love, whatever he's calling himself nowadays, I think it's inmate 16385, you know, you're in real trouble.
Yeah, if we taking
real
our cues from him, we taking it in the ass.
Oh.
That's what we do. Yeah.
The baby oil. The baby oil.
I couldn't even understand. Like, if you focus on the words, you can't really understand what he's saying. It's just like emotions and words, and there's racism and war and Trump, and it was just
He's
like
just throwing everything.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
saying what was
It's
thinking.
fear mongering.
Exactly.
They're doing the fear mongering again. At that time, we didn't really have a strong presence in the media, right? We were still complaining that we were being blackballed by everybody. There were a few podcasts, but we really didn't have the setup that we have now, right? So now we've got our own, you know, our favorite African-American, Tony Stark, I'm sorry, Elon Musk, right? He's on our side. So we have more of a platform to share ideas and thoughts and processes with the American people. Now, you may not agree, but you don't have to be disagreeable. There's no reason to say that there's going to be violence if this particular person is elected. There's no reason to say it.
All I gotta say, he might want Trump to be in office now, since that was what, 2 years ago.
Right, it was
He
2
might
years
want
ago.
because I don't see Biden or Kamala running to his rescue.
oh, I hope Trump is not going to run to his rescue.
No, I'm just saying, but they definitely are
And the
not.
thing is that if Trump, let's say, in the parallel universe, was running as a Democrat, he would not be speaking like that.
Right.
Of course
He would be
Exactly.
totally supporting him. He would think that he's on their side. And because that's what was happening before Trump became a Republican, ran under Republican Party.
Before he came down that gold escalator, yeah.
And it seems to me that I wonder if Diddy was afraid, maybe. There was something that Trump knew that things would come out.
This is typical, what's the word? It's
Fodder.
not so much fodder, it's color communism and communism.
Oh, yeah, mhm.
Yes, absolutely.
This man is a grifter. He is a grifter. He is a predator in every sense of the word. In every sense of the word. But in this situation here, he is a predator on people who are uninformed. We talked about this at the beginning of the show. He is a grifter trying to do the racial thing. That is all he's doing. And we talked about this with the book Color, Communism, and Common Sense. The Communist Party has put out people like him to infiltrate different parts of society, entertainment system, the government, education, to push this grift. And people follow behind him, unfortunately, who are uninformed, and in order to eventually push forward Marxism. This is what they're trying to do. And we got to call it out for what it is. This man doesn't even believe what he's saying. In this economy, he has created, he did before he got locked up, created a lifestyle and a legacy of wealth for he and his children and their children, probably.
Exactly.
So what is he talking about, a victim? You know, what is he talking about?
It didn't make
You
any
know, it's
sense.
that victimhood that they think ties us together.
Right.
Right.
That's what they want to tie us
Well,
together.
you know, if this was 1950, we'd probably be looking at it from a different perspective. But because of podcasts and shows like this one, where people actually get to hear clear, concise, educated opinions about what we've all been told over and over again. All black folks got to stick together. You got to stay with the group. Everybody's safe if we stay with the group. Okay, let's take a look at this from a historical perspective. There were always people who were afraid of freedom because dependency is so much easier.
Absolutely. That's human
Dependency is
nature.
so much easier, right? But stepping out on faith, standing on your beliefs, especially when you have the financial resources to pick up not only you, your family, he could pick up a neighborhood and move it where he wanted to. So what is his goal in doing this interview and talking about violence against other people? You know,
Power.
Fear and power.
fear and power.
And the people who buy that are the ones that are probably going to go out and make him more richer because they're going to keep buying his music and buying whatever he puts out. These are the people that he is appealing to. Again, I'm not one for celebrityism. Yes, there's some people I like, their music, their talent, whatever. But I don't really take my cues from these so-called popular celebrity people because number one, they're human beings.
Right.
Number two, human beings are want to be like this. Right? Whatever the matter is. So, but when you see how he's living, like you said, he's established all of this wealth. And I'm not mad with him. I'm not mad for him doing that. Not mad at all. But then he comes back with this victim mentality. Why aren't you telling your audience and your viewers or your subscribers, why aren't you telling them the things that they can do so they can become independently wealthy?
Absolutely.
The sacrifices that you made, I ain't talking about sticking in somebody else's ass, but the sacrifices that you made to do X, Y, and Z and to get where why aren't you having these kind of courses and conversations with them?
He's an amoral person. That's the correct word.
Amoral.
Yeah, and he's supporting the amoral party because he knows who they are. He knows these are his buddies.
These are it's elitism.
People,
Elitism,
who will keep supporting him, who will go to his parties, who will keep quiet about what goes on in those parties. And I think it's fear. He seemed fearful to
and cultish.
Yes.
It's very cultish.
Wow.
Absolutely cult-like.
It's a huge cult, So people, please stay alert and be on the lookout for this stuff because this is what it is. It's a grift. It's a cult. It's demonic, as Yana said earlier.
Be aware and prepare.
Right. Be aware and prepare. That is our mantra. Thank you, Nicole, for 2024. We are no longer talking to the sheep. We want to make the lions aware of what's going on so you can prepare. And that's what we want to do here at Pop and Politics.
That's right.